What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the vlog. My name's Dalton. This is Garage 99. If you're new here, please hit the subscribe button, drop a like, drop a comment down below, and enjoy the video. So this, under the cover, is my new, to me, 2006 Chevy Corvette. I reorganized the garage a little bit, put the buggy up on the stand so we can slide it over there, got the Miata a little further back, so we've got a lot more garage room, and my wife can park her awesome Audi SQ5 here a little better. But we have had this car for about a week now, and we cleaned it up. We got the plastic up off of it. I'm gonna give you a little bit of background about this car. It was originally from Texas, then it was purchased in California, and then it was bought from a guy in Illinois. Shout out to you, Daniel. Appreciate the car, man. It's really awesome. I got a great deal on it. It is all cleaned up. You can see the wheels a little bit, that they're actually clean and plastic dip free, but the whole car was actually plastic dipped. It was flat black on top of the gloss black original paint, and the wheels were plastic dipped like a dark black red, midnight red type of color. Wasn't a huge fan of it, so I took the liberty of taking my time and getting every single piece of plastic dip off this car. So let's go ahead and show you guys what she looks like. I do have the hood pop just in case the battery dies, because everything on this car is electronic. But would you look at that? Look at how freaking nice this thing looks. I absolutely love this car. This is the best angle of the car. I think that's pretty hard to argue. But yep, this is my 2006 Corvette. It has a Haltech intake, unknown, pretty heavy cam, Cook's long tube headers, a tune, Cook's X-pipe, aftermarket clutch, aftermarket brakes, and a Billy Boat exhaust. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why would you get a Corvette? All the things in the world you can get, you already have a Miata. You can get anything else. You know, there's European cars, more Japanese cars. You know, you've always had Japanese cars. You're right. But these are at an all-time low, and with the economy and everything that's going on right now, this is the absolute best car you can get. For the price, this is an absolutely unbeatable car. You can't even argue that. We're gonna go ahead and get inside. This will convince you as to why you should buy a Corvette. Miatas, Mustangs, anything European, nothing sounding like that. Yeah, it's cammed, it shakes a lot, and it's loud as all hell, and we haven't even driven it yet. I really can't wait to drive it, but until that point, I'm gonna go ahead and kill it because the garage is closed, like I said. Yeah, so that is the Corvette and all of its beautiful glory. I still need to give her polish. Some of the bads of this car. These headlights are pretty hazy, so I'm either going to redo them. There's a little piece of broken plastic in there. Or I'm going to just get new ones. Interior, I don't think I'm gonna change it all. It's perfect. This looks like there might have been some like battery acid or something that dropped on it and caused the paint, and honestly, there's some pretty huge divots. I'm probably just gonna get some touch-up paint and try to cover it up best I can for now. I do have some ideas in the future, and the wheels, honestly, they're crazy nice. I'm gonna get them polished up with a really good aluminum polish. When I got the car, the mirrors and the rockers were all plastic dips. The car is 100% plastic dip free. Tire and wheel options for this car. So if any of you guys are familiar with Corvettes, you know that they are very tough to find tires and wheels for, especially wheels. To keep the original geometry of the car, you need to have the rear tires and wheels need to be 1.2 times wider than the front. The factory tire setup is a 245/40/18, and the factory wheel is 18 by 8.5. Now in the back, you have got a 285/35/19 on a 19 by 10-inch wheel. So you have to try and keep that original geometry of the car when you're changing tires and wheels, or it will affect, I think, dramatically how the car actually handles. Other than that, there's nothing really to talk about. It's got these slotted brakes. It looks like it has the base tire and wheel option. I did decipher the code under the glove box on the passenger side. If you know anything about Corvettes, you know that they put 2 to 3 digit codes all over this little panel in the glove box, and it shows you what color your car is, what wheels, what tires, what package. If it has the Z51 package, if it has the F55 package, which is I think MagRide, if it's Grand Sport Z06, what color your interior is, if it's manual or automatic. It shows you every single option in the glove box. It's like a deciphering code for the window sticker, essentially. I guess the only downside downside to this car is that it is the narrow body, so it is not a Grand Sport or Z06 or ZR1, so you don't have the crazy wide fenders like you would on those cars. I honestly don't care about that. I've always had base model cars. That's a base model car. My 350Z was a base model car, and my Subaru Impreza WRX was also a base model. Actually, that was the most base model. But this is actually an optioned out base car. This has the LT3 package. You can see it has the heads-up display. It has heated seats. So even though it has the appearance of the base model, it is a fully optioned out C6, which I'm pretty happy about. I'm not gonna make this a race car. It's going to be a nice, enjoyable weekend car for the most part. The only things I really wanna do is touch up the paint on some spots and lower it on stock bolts. So the suspension on this car is pretty interesting. It has these suspension type bolts that are on all four corners that you can actually lower. I think it's 5/8 of an inch, which may not seem like much, but it will definitely shrivel up the tire and wheel gap, front and rear, which this car is already pretty low, so we don't need to lower it a ton. We just want to close up the gap, especially in the back. This car definitely has a bit of a rake, which means that the front end sits a little bit lower than the back end, which is cool. It looks nice, it sits good. This whole car, I mean, this side profile of this car, probably one of the best looking side profiles in the world, and it seems like a lot of car companies are trying to achieve that silhouette. It's very aerodynamic, it works, it looks great, it's a sexy car. It just makes sense that people try to achieve this, because I'm sure the drag coefficient of this car is in fact pretty low. Maybe I'll put at the bottom of the screen right here how low it is. Obviously, the lower the number, the better. I don't think we're gonna be replacing the tires this year. It's got pretty sticky tires. I looked these up. It's probably got enough tread to get me through the rest of the year. Front might have a little bit more than the back for obvious reasons, but this car is very comfortable as a whole. It does have the removable target top roof and fits in the back of here. Super dark windows back here. I might have to do something with the front so it's not a fishbowl, because I think it'll make it look a lot better. But got very, very lucky. This car is exactly what I was looking for. It has the all black interior, and the full bolt-on that makes it sound the way it does was exactly what I was looking for. Not to mention, I was originally planning on getting a car with lower or higher miles, actually, like over 100,000. This car only has 88,000 miles, and it is a 2006. So also, if you're a Corvette person, you would know that this is the first year they changed the steering wheel. The 2005s had a 4-spoke. There was a spoke here and a spoke here, and they updated this one. But yeah, inside here, you got the traction control button, and you've got the cup holders, which, let's get inside the car for a second. The cup holders, Corvette did it right. I don't know why people don't think about this. You're driving, you're shifting. When you put cup holders back here, you can't shift as well. This is the first car I've sat in that has the cup holders next to the shifter. You're never going to hit that over there. You're always over here. Your cups can be here and be out of your way at all times. It's amazing. Back in 2006, this car had push button start, heated seats, Sirius radio, heads up display, HID projection headlights. You see you got the removable target roof. This car is very, 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 very well kept. It's got the Bose sound system from the factory. Pretty much mint condition floor mats. The passenger seat is in mint condition. And even back there is in mint condition. I'd say the driver's seat has normal wear for this kind of mileage, but for the most part, everything else is ridiculously clean. Other than that, it's black on, probably just polished aluminum. And I'm gonna polish them a lot more, make them look a lot cleaner, because I don't want to change the look of this car for a long time. I'm just gonna make it as clean as I possibly can and enjoy it. You know, it'd be nice to actually just enjoy this car and modify and get track time on this car, because that's the goal. Now I actually have a dedicated weekend fun car that I don't have to worry about braking or something because I'm modifying it. And now I have my car that I can get track time and laps with and become better at driving on the track itself. Oh, I almost forgot, one of the rear TPMS sensors is bad. We're gonna replace that, do the touch-up paint, and then I think the only mod I really wanna do is maybe a little spoiler back here. I don't know, you guys let me know. She's registered, I just registered it yesterday. It's insured, so whenever we get a nice day, I definitely will take her out, get her going on the road, and enjoy her, because we drove it home, if you saw the last video, in a snowstorm, and it was like 17 degrees out, and there was anywhere between a ½ inch to 2 inches of snow on the ground at all times, and a 5.5 hour drive without snow. So I have yet to actually get on this thing and see what kind of power it has, but I can imagine it's ridiculous, to say the least. That's just a little intro into my new car, guys. I figured I'd give you a proper walk around from the lack thereof in the previous video from the exhaustion of driving it home. So I'd like to thank you all so much for watching, guys. If you like this video, drop a like. We are getting really close on the views required for monetization. If you guys are not subscribed, please subscribe. You will not regret it. We're gonna have some sweet content this year. It's still cold out, it's not even spring yet. As soon as all that stuff hits, this is gonna be a crazy year. We're gonna have a lot of fun, a lot of good content for you. So go ahead and subscribe if you can. Peace out and keep turning those gears.